As one door closes, another one opens. I've gone through some pretty horrific, scary events, especially the last few years. And I'm going to be honest, I have no one to blame but myself. It really started when I was dating this drug dealer. I ended up stealing his drugs and hiding with my sisters in a cabin in the woods, which was filled with a lot of bad memories. When we were kids, my mom got pregnant with someone else's kid, so my dad killed her, which might explain me being a stripper, my sister being in jail, and the other one addicted to heroin. Both of my sisters at the cabin ended up getting possessed by my parents. My dad was a dick as usual, but my mom had also possessed my junkie sister. She kept warning us to get out of there. My other sister was still possessed by my dad and went completely nuts and killed her. We got into this epic fight, and I did all these awesome fight moves I didn't even know I could do. And I was even pretty cool at the end when I shot her. Remember when I said I couldn't? Pow. Turns out I could. Yeah. So anyway, I buried the bodies and knew it was time to get out of there. So I headed to West Virginia to spend some time with my family of incestuous cannibals. I realized with all the inbreeding, things weren't going well and the family line was getting uglier and uglier. I had one brother that was still pretty hot, and we decided the only way to fix things was to have sex with each other. He wasn't totally convinced until he knocked his psych meds down the toilet. We finally had sex, even though my face was melted and I only had one leg. We had some fun times on our family's ancient sex altar, but I never got preggers, so I split. This time I headed to Germany, where they put a long black wig on me and some cool eye makeup and took off most of my clothes and told me I was an Egyptian goddess. I met this security guard who worked at the same museum I hung out at. He also dropped his psych meds in the toilet. Men, this is exactly why we tell you to put the seat down. I wasn't a big fan of German food. It's pretty bland if you ask me. So I asked the guard to make me a feast. Of course, men will do anything if you keep sticking your tits in their face. So he butchered his wife and daughter and threw me a party. I decided I needed to lay off the human meat for a while. Although it's true, it does taste a lot like chicken. Again, I skedaddled out of there. I got a new job from my boss, the devil, as a party bus driver. He filled my body with a bunch of bugs, lizards, snakes, and other creatures you could borrow from a pet store, and told me I needed to find him a virgin. I didn't even know they existed anymore. A bunch of wisecracking college students got on the bus. I accidentally ran over and offed Tara Reid, no big loss, and found out the chick that kept showing her boobs at the back of the bus was a virgin. Chicks, man. My boss didn't need me anymore, so I ripped my clothes off and the creatures jumped out of me. This guy, who is a cheap Bruce Willis lookalike, you know, like that guy from the Christmas movie Die Hard, he ended up killing me and carving me open while I was half naked. Embarrassing. I remember way before all this started, someone once told me, change your circle, change your life. And I knew it was time to get out of there. I moved to Los Angeles and found a bunch of pretty friends who also enjoy getting partially naked. I made them my bridesmaids. My fiance and I got in a huge fight at the wedding about me cheating with a female stripper at my bachelor party, which is really weird because I thought we agreed girls don't count as cheating. I left him at the altar and still in my wedding dress, and my friends in their matching dresses skipped town and headed off to the desert. Naturally, my car had to break down in the middle of a pretty creepy town, and the only place that had vacancies was a spooky clown motel. It didn't even have a pool. This tow truck driver, Jeb, was pretty hot, even with his huge red clown shoes. He offered to fix my car when I went to the garage to pick up my car. The garage was covered in clown dolls. I've known guys that have collected Star Wars memorabilia, so, you know, I kind of get it. I couldn't find a light switch, and it was pretty dark in there. And I was doing the whole, hello? Hello? And then Jeb popped up to scare me. He found my reaction so cute. I was like, ah. So we had sex in my convertible. Unbeknownst to me, my girlfriends figured out that this wasn't an ordinary town. It was a clown cult town. Shit. My poor bridesmaids got killed at this really cool circus cult clown meeting. The clowns started chasing me, and so I ran to get help from Jeb. And then I realized he wasn't wearing the clown shoes as a fashion statement. Jeb wasn't religious, but spiritual, like a lot of guys in LA. So we skipped the wedding and he got me knocked up. When I had the clown baby, he made me wear the cult's red clown shoes. I came to the conclusion the clown shoes were giving me blisters, and I was more of a Christian Louboutin kind of girl. So I escaped and got out. Was really on a roll. And immediately after, I met this killer robot at a paper making factory. Then I went to Italy and developed multiple personalities while taking care of my blind sister, who for some reason had a Russian accent. Colombia was even weirder. I turned into a demon there. Then I went to this place called Amityville. Maybe you've heard of it. I thought I was interviewing this super pale guy about the Civil War, but it turns out he was a real life vampire. Okay, honestly, I know I need to slow down with the acting choices, maybe be a little bit choosier in my movies. But next month, I don't think it's going to be much better. I kill my kids and husband and end up getting trapped in an elevator. And I can't, ding ding, get out.